you want to ask a question, you raise your hand, please, and I'll select you one at a time. There's no hurry. We don't have a time limit on us, so we can take your questions as and when they come. If you stand up when you ask the question, please, and one of the ladies will bring you a microphone. Once it's all over, the BGs will come out here, and the official part of the program is over, and you'll be asked to leave by the front door. There's nothing more to follow this press conference. So if you would mind taking your seats now, please.
And I think I should first explain, it isn't formal mayoral attire to be in green trousers and a rather racy shirt.
No, I got rid of my chains.
But you know, guys, it's St. Patrick's Day today, and you've come, and our Honorary Consul for Ireland has had us out on the harbour, which is something I hope you do while you're here. And so this is the garb for the day, and I think it's actually pretty becoming. But, thank you. But I think it sums up who we are as New Zealanders. We come from many different places. There's the Irish, the Pacific. People from hundreds of different ethnicities come, but we are one people here in the Pacific. And we are generous, hospitable, and I know you know that.
Yes.
You share a special link with Auckland. You may not know, but a promoter of your concerts in the 1960s, Phil Warren, is now the chair of the Auckland Regional Council. And he sent his very best wishes and wanted to remind you about the Redwoods concert and all that meant in the 1970s.
I like my book back.
I'll pass that on to Phil. But it is, it's a great thing to come to Auckland, which has now incredible cultural diversity. We're really proud. Our sense of identity is growing. We're proud of our harbour, our city. And we're really proud that you're going to come and have a concert here on Saturday night. So we hope you enjoy your stay here. And it's my pleasure, as Mayor of the City, to present you with the City crest.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much indeed. Shall I sit down?
Please do.
You got yours, you got mine.
Can we open them now?
By all means. And you'll see, the crest of our city has one word at the end of it. It's advance. And that's what we want for New Zealand. We're a small country at the bottom of the Pacific, but we're advancing, so watch out. While you open those, I'd like to thank you in a personal sense for what you've done to promote music, to help people see opportunities through the artistic sector and employment, and also the fact that you've done it together as a family. And we want to admire and applaud you for that. So best wishes with your concert. On behalf of my fellow Auckland City Councillors and every Aucklander, welcome, kia ora.
Thank you so much. This is Carol, by the way.
I'm the paper pusher.
You just came in, right? You just
Yes,
you just flew in.
That's beautiful, thank you.
by the harbour.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll change me underwear.
Cool. Who would like to go first?
You throw it at us. One of us will hit it.
Yeah. Who has the very first question?
Hey fellas, you've got the number 2 in the charts with Tragedy, you know, one of the newer bands. What do you think about the new bands covering those old hits and making the hits again?
Well, I think it's any songwriter would be, proud to have songs that were, written a few years ago to come. That was a hit. So when you look at the longevity of the songs and they come back again and do the same success, it's a great feeling, and I think we're very proud.
Yes.
We're proud of all our songs. So to see them come back and have another go at success is a great feeling for us.
Do you ever ask or hope bands will in fact do the songs for you? I'm thinking of bands like 911.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did More Than a Woman, but
Yeah.
we never actually. Sorry, Bob.
Go ahead.
We never really asked people to do our songs. They just do them, and that's what knocks us out. That people will actually go out of their way to find or listen to some of our songs to see if there's something worthy of recording. So no, we don't. We never chase people to do our songs. We did a long time ago.
I mean, they chase us, but not to our song.
Oh, you're on.
I don't know the answer to that.
Follow up to that question, are there any of your songs that you would consider sacred, that you wouldn't let other bands come in?
No, it's the only thing we don't like is we've had requests for people who want to
I think a group like us could really stay together as long as we have, without being brothers. I think it's very
and we all owe each other money.
Yeah, we all want to.
I think it's the songs too. It's the songs that have kept the longevity going.
Yeah, we just love what we do. No, sorry, could you hit us with that again? Is that...
Yes. Youth on today, off the rails. Music on today, just noise.
Oh, it's a riddle, isn't it?
Oh, I see. It's a
Your views.
Yeah.
It's a preamble. Music of today, did you say off the rails?
No, just noise. Youth off the rails.
Youth off the rails. Well, I don't think that's true. I think there's good and bad in all kids and good and bad in all adults. We just have to find out as we grow up where our responsibilities really lie, and if we can instill that into young kids, the concept of responsibility. Responsibility for yourself, responsibility towards other people, that's what's important. Music today, just noise. Once again, I'll give you the same answer. I think there's great music, and I think there's really bad music.
Yeah, as there is in every era.
As there is in films, as there is in every other art form. This is our part of the world. This is the place of our childhood.
Is that part of the reason why?
I think psychologically it might be. You know.
In fact, one of the reasons we lived to move to Miami was because it reminded us of Australia.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Of this part of the world.
And this part of the world, because we live on the sea and all that, which we did when we lived in Australia. So it reminded us very much of that, and the weather and everything.
We're very Pacific.
Is that part of the reason why you picked or chosen to play in Auckland?
To be specific or Pacific, yes.
The Pacific Ocean. To be specific.
So if it's not money, why is it then you're still going?
It's too long. It's been too long since we've been to New Zealand. We wanted to come back. We wanted to play Auckland. And last time, I think, was 74.
Christchurch, yes.
So since then, I've got a couple of grey beards. Yeah, but it's something that we always planned to do. We always wanted to come back and play this part of the world, and New Zealand was definitely
Yes,
part of it.
it's a series of one shows, you know, which is one night only, and we're trying to do that in
Redcliffe Speedway for
Oh, yes.
Eddie's run on the track. Are you aware that Western Springs is a speedway?
No.
Oh, we're quite welcome. We would quite welcome anybody that wants to throw money on the tracks this time.
Just not throwing it at you.
Oh, we don't have to run in between the cars to pick it up.
Right.
The songwriting process that you go through now, is it a three-way collaboration on everything you do, or do you still do individual songs, individual writing?
Well, I think we all do a little bit of individual writing. It's a self-expression thing, but as the Bee Gees and everything we do and sing together, we write together. So it is specifically a collaboration. We never say, oh, you know, this is pure collaboration and any one of us can bring to the table a good idea. And from there, the three of us construct and get into form and shape and lyric patterns, what the song is about. Is it about a relationship? One person, two people, maybe three people.
4 people.
We've done a few of those.
And is it a three-way split on the royalties also? I mean, there's an equal split across the board in terms of the song. In other words, does Morris say, hey, I did the musical, I wrote the chord structure for this, or is it just a complete family?
We've never really got, especially these days, we just don't get petty like that. You know, it's something like the three of us. Actually, when we do write, we become one. Yeah. And it's like one mind.
In fact, we can actually boast one lawyer for 2 people.
So,
thank you.
So
congratulations.
Hello. Just suddenly without Johnny.
Is there a particular environment required for your creativity?
Yeah, I suppose there is.
Yeah.
Our studio, our recording studio we use for writing purposes. We like it to sound like a record when we're writing. So we'll have microphones with echo.
To have a general idea of what is going down.
Yeah.
It will sound like what we say, a finished master.
Yeah.
But it's definitely when we're writing, there's just 3 of us and an engineer. Without anybody else there.
Yeah. And he closes the door. So the 3 of us are really left alone. In more ways.
Isolation is the key.
There was some talk with a collaboration with Michael Jackson and retaining with Barbara. Is that on the cards again?
But Michael Jackson, Barbara and us.
Something was clever. Well, Michael we were supposed to do something with, but it was more of the Jackson 5 thing, and it didn't really develop. So that sort of disappeared.
Well, it was a confusion. Michael asked us if we would do a record with him, co-write and record a song with him. And that's the last we heard. The next thing we heard was it was the Jacksons that Michael had in mind, and that wasn't something we had in mind. We don't think that 2 groups should do 2 groups from the same type of era, the same. That wasn't going to work for us.
Yeah, and Barbara, of course, is still sort of on the back of the stove because she's doing so many other things. So until she finishes those, then we're discussing the idea again. But she definitely does want to do one again.
Yeah. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
There's 3 generations of women in my family that are...
Oh, I'm sorry.
But they still, all 3 of them find you guys extremely sexy. I mean, how do you maintain that?
Well, besides being hung like a baboon. No, actually, it's this post. I've touched it. No, I don't know what is sexy or what isn't sexy. I mean, we've just been doing what we love to do, you know.
We used to have we had a great time at school.
Yeah.
And part of that was because we played guitar and sang, and girls generally just seem to love that kind of thing.
It's better than being a plumber. If you're a plumber,
you don't want to play with your pipes, you know.
You don't say that plumber is really sexy. I want to go to bed with the plumber.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's nothing against plumbers. I think plumbers, you know,
we used to get help
from part of society.
We used to get help from the boys at school because we were on TV. We got more attention from the girls, and the other kids don't like that, so they beat us up a lot.
Teachers are the ones that worry me.
Being well known is perhaps a very slight aphrodisiac.
Until you see us when we get out of the shower in the morning, you'll
You have to see
think
us in the
twice.
morning, you know.
That's the first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's very nice. I like that. Thank you very much. That's very sweet.
And give them our regard.
My phone number.
Next question. Sorry, we digress.
The stage musical Saturday Night Fever. Were you involved in that in any way? Any new songs for that show?
In the stage production, in the London production, yes, there's about 3 or 4 new songs. However, we were only involved on that level. We were not involved in the production of it.
No.
And apart from that, there's no involvement.
That's the 8th one, isn't it?
Oh, is it? He was the
I don't know, can you give us all the names? I think it was Dopey,
Grumpy,
Grumpy,
Sleepy,
Bashful,
Sleepy.
Happy.
That's the guy.
That's me. Yeah, I'm Sleazy.
Probably be bashed.
Doc. Is Doc as
Yeah,
well.
Doc.
That's Robin.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah.
We've got to talk to you about your comparison.
I'm happy, sleepy, dopey.
Rolled in one.
I'm Snow White.
And he lives with 7 dwarfs.
Okay, one final question, please. John.
On Still Waters, you use the talents of some of the world's top record producers.
Yes.
You're currently working on your new album.
Yeah.
Is this a similar formula for this, or?
No.
We'd like to do something different.
Why do you ask?
No, we're doing this ourselves, this album. In fact, we worked with these, not just on this album, but we had worked with some of the producers before on previous stuff, like Arif Mardin, who did Jive Talking in the main course album with us. And Hugh Padgham we knew, and of course David Foster we knew, but not worked with them. So it was a great experience to have different input from different people.
Yes.
But most of them also worked with us because they knew we were producers too. So it was more of a collaboration rather than them going off with the song, doing it and sending it back saying, there it is, finished. And we mixed all the tracks together, so everybody was involved from day one. So it was really a collaboration rather than independent producers.
Well, also it was a learning experience for us. We wanted to find out what the very latest producers were doing and what kind of techniques they were applying in various areas. And so for us it was a bit of an education, a learning experience.
Yeah, everybody was different.
Yeah,
you know.
so we're going to use that learning experience to make our own album this time. And the other one was a departure. It was let's take some of the pressure off ourselves. Let's write the songs and really mean that, sing them and really mean that, and let someone else take care of how everything should sound. But it ended up with us dominating that situation too.
Well, they ended up using most of the demos that we made.
The problem with a situation like that, it isn't realistic to always make albums with different producers on different tracks because all have different schedules and agendas, so you have to wait for each one to become available. So the time to make the album becomes extraordinarily long. And so once in a while it's okay, but not all the time.
So you've had 3 different excuses.
Thank you.
I've just got one last question before you go. A lot of your contemporaries are working on New Year's Eve. David Bowie's coming to New Zealand to do a gig. Babs is in Las Vegas. Are you guys working?
I think in Nottingham Boathouse. No.
There's talk of a New York show.
Yeah, there's talk of a New York concert, but I think the negotiations are still going on. So
That's why Barbara got out of town.
No, she went to Vegas because it was
Vegas, yeah.
She didn't have far to travel.
So we're not actually sure what's going to happen New Year's Eve. For us, we'd be just as happy to be at home with our families, but wherever we are, our families will be with us. So we don't know yet, but we're looking forward to something special.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, sir. That's a first.
Look at the power processes.
I just want them to go.
Oh, okay. I'd like to introduce you now, guys, to George Ash from Universal Music.
you guys as songwriters. I think you're the greatest in the world. It's unbelievable.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
I do have to admit though that I've had nothing to do with it.
Well, if you want to give us a song,
I've just joined the company. Alistair Kane was really behind the album. It'd be great if he could say a few words for the people that did it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, George. It is an important occasion. Not only are the Bee Gees in town, but I'm wearing a suit for the first time for a long time. I guess this particular album, One Night Only, really started for us with the Still Waters album in 1997. We had great radio support on the single alone. I'd like to thank all the radio programmers here. Gave us excellent support on that single. And it went to #1, and thereby set up the album, which went to #1 as well. We actually went triple platinum on Still Waters, and it helped relaunch the Bee Gees in this country. It also set up One Night Only brilliantly. Also like to thank the TV people here today, because we've also been fortunate that they played all the TV specials that were provided overseas. They all played them well, and that basically set up sales for the album. Every time there's a TV special on, it helped sales. So thanks to the TV people.
Yeah.
Also gave us lots of press coverage as well. So thanks to all forms of the media, basically.
So everybody in the room, thank you.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
As George mentioned, we're 6 times platinum on this album, nearly 7 times platinum, so it's a great effort. I'd just like to thank a lot of the Polygram staff that are here, and some that didn't survive the merger, but thanks to everyone for their great efforts on this album. And it went to back #1 today, as George mentioned, so we look forward to the show. We'd like to present you with these awards. And, so you guys Manchester City or United?
Manchester United.
You were. Barbershop Trio.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're very kind.
Morris, Robin, Barry, thank you for taking time out to come and see us this afternoon. All the best for the concert on Saturday.
Thank you to
Universal
Auckland.
Auckland.
Thank you to you,
For
sir.
One Night Only.
For all the work.